Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about today is the Great Nothing. Yeah, I'm sure by now you have heard about the C40 city climate leadership group and the globalist leaders who want to put a worldwide ban on meat, dairy, and private vehicles by the year 2030. So this organization is actually headed by billionaire globalist Mini Mike Bloomberg and is mainly funded by the Bloomberg philanthropies. As of August 4th, 2023, C40 has a membership with mayors of nearly 100 world-leading cities collaborating to confront this sea crisis. The organization's webpage advocates for a global Green New Deal that lays out a set of principles that has to be adopted by cities worldwide and takes a collaborative approach to climate action. And these include: we recognize the global climate emergency. We are committed to keeping global heating below 1.5 degrees Celsius goal of the Paris Agreement by curbing emissions in the sectors that are the most significant contributors to the climate crisis, which is transportation and buildings and waste. We are committed to putting inclusive climate action at the center of all urban decision making to create thriving and equitable communities for everyone. And we invite our partners, political leaders, CEOs, trade unions, investors, and civil society to join us in recognizing the global climate emergency and help us deliver on science-based actions to overcome it. Now, their mission and their mandate include a race to zero global campaign to reach net zero carbon emissions in 1,000 cities worldwide and sustainable food policies. And that support an overall increase of healthy plant-based foods consumptions in our cities by shifting away from unsustainable, unhealthy diets. Yum. This also comes from Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs, who recently declared a heat state of emergency, mainly in Phoenix, likely meant to accelerate the implementation of these policies. Phoenix, Arizona, where it's the hottest all the time. A heat state of emergency. Go figure. So, Arizona patriots, they showed up to give public comment at a recent Phoenix City Council meeting and reportedly told the mayor that they do not support these policies that ban meat. And later that day, the nervous Phoenix mayor posted a bizarre photo on X or Twitter, claiming that she is not working to ban meat or milk. And in the poorly staged propaganda photo, you could see the mayor, Gallego, I think you say her name, is seen pouring milk into a bowl and seemingly enjoying her cereal with no spoon, but with a knife. Yeah. Now, while Gallego says that she's not banning meat, there is no meat in the picture. What made her post this image of this self-righteous campaign slogans under her official X, Twitter, whatever account? What point is she trying to make? What kind of audience is she trying to reach? Just asking. So then, earlier that day, about a dozen citizens attended the Phoenix City Council meeting and told the mayor that they do not support these policies banning meat. And a constant factor was brought up by multiple public speakers. And Gallego is the vice chair of these C40 cities. And according to the C40 cities website, C40 is a global network of mayors of the world's leading cities that are united in action to confront the climate crisis. And C40 has many documents outlining the organization's desire to reduce and abolish the consumption of meat. Well, the citizens, they don't want that. And the troubling fact is that on March 4th, 2020, Gallego and his council passed the 2025 Phoenix Food Action Plan. And if you've ever read it, in Strategy 2, under Goal 1, the fifth Progress on Action creates a new policy for the Office of Environmental Programs at the City of Phoenix to enter a contract with Arizona State University to establish an agri-food tech incubator in 2023 to accelerate ventures in sustainable food systems. Now, this woman thinks that getting rid of plastic water bottles, eating less meat, having dietary shifts toward plant-based diets through interventions, and people's eating habits in reaction to lockdowns are a major intervention to society. Now, consider one major food intervention that was taken by this mayor. Just 2 weeks after passing the 2025 Phoenix Food Action Plan, she decided to lock Phoenix down due to the what? The Rona, right? And then locking down the city implemented the most direct intervention on eating habits that we have ever seen in our lifetimes. Shutting down the restaurants, cutting off 50% of our food supply because the government prevents restaurant food from being sold in grocery stores. The lockdown drastically constrained supply, damaged the supply chain for food, and helped lead to the astronomical food prices that we are seeing today. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay. While this mayor is able to say that she's not literally banning meat, she's implementing policies that make meat more expensive and will lead to major reductions of meat consumption in the future. Dare I suggest 2030? So just to demonstrate that Gallego is implementing an ideology and that is not isolated only to just Phoenix alone, consider this. On April 24th of 2023, Gallego posted a video with Mayor Quentin Lucas from Kansas City celebrating his first fully autonomous ride with Waymo. Does Kansas City have a plan to reduce meat consumption as well? Anybody that lives in Kansas City want to answer that question? Because of course they do, okay? Under Lucas, Kansas City passed its Climate Action Plan in September of 2022, and Kansas City's Climate Action Plan food section in each division of Kansas City lists promoting plant-based diets. Chicago is possibly going to open city-owned grocery stores. In 2021, Chicago began reducing red meat from its schools, juvenile detention centers, and Chicago Park District menus. Documents identifying Chicago reducing meat claims Chicago wants to foster more radically and sociably equitable supply chains across the nation. Okay. They are saying the quiet part out loud. And it wasn't radical, it was the other word. I just can't say it out loud because strike. They want to disrupt the supply chain to reduce meat consumption. Now, if Chicago does end up opening city-owned grocery stores, do you think they're going to sell meat? No. So let's get back to the Mayor Gallego, whatever, her post from a little over a week ago. And her claim of reducing energy costs is another bold-faced lie. Now, she teamed up with the climate mayors, okay, from across the country to release an op-ed on September 10th of 2023, claiming that the implementation of green energy plans have reduced the cost of energy. Has it? All right, well, I'll go on. But mayors cannot claim that they're reducing energy costs. The cost of energy is set by corporation commissions with utility providers. Mayors have nothing to do with the cost of energy. Unless she's got a magic wand and she could do whatever the hell she wants, which I don't think she can. Either that or her ego is just that big and her head's about to explode, okay? But let's just pretend for the sake of argument that they do, that they can, and they have these powers and they can, you know, do whatever. The Federal Reserve actually states that the cost of energy for the greater Phoenix area is skyrocketing, and it's higher than any point over the past 5 years. Now, these policies that this mayor is implementing are detrimental to our well-being, and they're set to a radical agenda. I don't care what anybody says. It is. It's radical. It's crazy. She's nuts. Okay? They should not be accepted, and they should not be tolerated. And that's why it's crucial for the people of Phoenix to stand up, speak up, give public comments, have your voice be heard. You know, I'm serious. Scream if you have to. Do whatever you have to do. This is crazy. It's the best way to stop these radical policies that price people out of being able to afford not just meat, but just to be able to eat in general, interrupt the supply chain of meat, and make energy costs skyrocket. It's becoming absurd. Because, you know, like I've said before, it's getting to the point where, once again, people are having to make that choice. Are you going to pay your electric bill, or are you going to eat today? It's up to you. All right, guys, I'm out of here, okay? I'll see you in the next one, all right? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.